welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with a new video, and today I wanted to share some of my new favorite concealers that I've been using a lot lately. But before we get started, if it is your first time watching, please hit the subscribe button, and if you are a returning subscriber, don't forget to hit the like button. I'm going to do these concealers in no particular order. I'm just going to grab whatever's next to me and I'll talk about it. I'll just go from there. So the first concealer that I will be talking about is the Laura Mercier Real Flawless Concealer. And I have the shade 4 in 2, which is described as medium deep with a neutral undertone. I really love the shade of this concealer. With this concealer, do not use a lot of this, because if you use a lot, it will crease on you. So I notice whenever I use this concealer, I try to use as little as possible just to keep it from creasing on me. But outside of that, this is going to give you a really flawless under eye look. The shade that I have is not too bright. The shade is perfect for me to use under my under eyes for like everyday wear. This is not going to give you like a super glam look, the shade that I have. I would describe the coverage with this concealer as medium to buildable. I will highly recommend this concealer. I feel like this is also one that's going to work well for all skin types. It's not too dry and it's not too hydrating, and I feel like they have a decent shade range from what I remember. This retails for $33. This is a concealer that I've been using a lot lately, so I wanted to share this one with you guys. And I also have a review up on my channel. I think I reviewed this when it first was released, so check that out if you have. Next concealer that has been one of my favorites for the last couple months. I've been using this one a lot, and this is from Dior. This is the Forever Skin Correct Full Coverage Concealer. I have the shade 4WO. This is the reformulated Dior concealer. As you see, I've been pretty much using the heck out of this. This is going to give you a flawless filtered kind of look under your eyes. I love it. It does not crease on me. Also, this is matte, but it's not too matte where if you have like dry under eyes, you don't have to worry about it drying you out. Also, if you do have fine lines under your eyes, you don't have to worry about this settling. It doesn't crease. This is a really long wearing concealer. I love it. Now the shade that I have is a little light, so if you use me as a shade reference and you don't want a super bright under eye, I wouldn't use this shade. But outside of that, I've really been loving this concealer. I use this a lot. I use this almost every day. Like, this has been a favorite of mine. Now I know when it first was released, I wasn't too crazy about it, but I don't know. The last 6-7 months, I've been using this a lot. I love it. So I will highly recommend this concealer. And the next concealer that I've been loving since I reviewed it on my channel, and it is super affordable. This is from the Sephora collection. This is the Sephora collection multi-use hydrating glow concealer. I reviewed this also on my channel. The shade that I have is the shade 43. This shade is really close to my complexion. I never went and got a lighter shade. I just been using this. Now with this concealer, I do use under my eyes despite it being very close to my skin tone, but I also use this sometimes all over my face and blend it out, and it just looks perfect. This is going to give you like a fresh face kind of look if you using it all over your face like I do. But if you do use it under your eyes, it is very hydrating. It's going to give you a nice glow under the eyes. It is very creamy. This is one of my favorite concealers from Sephora. I don't really care for the Best Skin Ever, I think that's the name of it, because I feel like that's a little too matte and a little too drying. But this concealer just works. This is another one I would recommend for all skin types. And I think they have over 40 shades. It is, again, super affordable. It's like $16. I would highly recommend this concealer. I love it. Like, this is a really good one. This performs like a high-end luxury concealer. And the next favorite of mine, and it comes from Gucci. This is the Gucci concealer. I think they have about 40 shades. I don't really know off the top of my head. Also, this is kind of pricey. This retails for $47. When I first tried this out, I said it was just okay, but after using it for a while, I really do like this concealer. This is going to give you a natural finish. I feel like the coverage on this is light to medium. I wouldn't really describe this as full coverage unless you went in with a lot, but I just love the way that this concealer looks in person. I love how it looks on camera. Also, I do have the shade 41C. This is a shade that is going to give you a bright under eye look. This has just been one of my favorites. It is kind of pricey, so I could understand if you decide not to pick it up. But if you do, I feel like you will really like this concealer. It is very, very lightweight, and it is hydrating, and it really melts right into your skin. You don't have to put a lot of arm work in trying to blend it out. This is going to just melt right into the skin. I love it. I will highly, highly, highly recommend this concealer from Gucci. The next concealer that has been one of my favorites as of recently, and this is from Guerlain. This is the Terracotta Concealer. I think this is a Nordstrom exclusive. I'm not sure if they have it at Sephora, but I know I picked mine up from Nordstrom. This also is another one that is pretty pricey. This retails for about $47 to $50. I don't really remember. Concealer, I don't feel like they have the best shade range. I know for me, I kind of had a hard time picking the shade that I felt like would work. So I ended up going with the shade 4N, and 4N is kind of light. It is a very light shade. Of course, I'm going to make it work, but if you had your eye on this concealer and you are around my complexion, I would say go for 5N, because this is kind of light. Let me do a little swatch for you all. It looks like swatched on my hand. Now, this might be a little too light for some people. Again, I make it work. Now, with this concealer, this is not the most creamy as far as texture, and also this has a strong perfume kind of scent. So if you're somebody who like fragrance-free concealers, you might want to stay away from this. To me, the scent with this concealer lingers for a while. You can smell it, I would say maybe up to 10 minutes after applying it, but it doesn't bother me. But keep that in mind. Also, this is another one I would describe as medium to light coverage. So yeah, this has been one of my go-to concealers as of late. Concealer that I will be mentioning in today's video, and it comes from Givenchy. This is the Prism Skin Caring concealer. I've been using this a lot. The shade that I have is N390. This is not going to give you a bright under eye look. This is also a shade that is pretty close to my complexion. Would be perfect for like those everyday no makeup kind of looks. This is a concealer that I feel like is medium to full. I just really love how this looks in person. This is a concealer that is very, very long wearing. It is not going to crease on you. It's not going to separate. It is not too drying. Also, it works for all skin types, all ages. This has just been one that I've reached for, I feel like, the most, which I said I wasn't going to do this in no particular order, but I would say this is the one that I wear a lot as of lately. This one and the Dior concealer. These are the ones that I use like almost every day. The shade range with this one, I don't remember, but I feel like it's not that great. I feel like this is also on the pricey side. Now, I don't think it's as pricey as the Guerlain or the Gucci concealer. Let me check to be for sure. Okay, so this one retails for $39, so it's a few dollars less. It is still kind of pricey. This again has just been one of my favorite concealers as of late. Okay, y'all, so that is it. Those were my new favorite concealers. Y'all let me know in the comment section, have you tried out any of the concealers that I mentioned in today's video? Do you plan on picking any of them up? And most importantly, do not forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.